This video is on creating purchase orders, filling a PO to an AP invoice, and the approval process. So we'll go to Projects, Job Accounting, Job POs, create a purchase order, select a vendor, put an amount in, select a job, and a cost code. We'll render the purchase order. We'll expose the email control. We'll click this icon to fill the address of the vendor. We'll create a PDF. We'll attach the PDF. We'll allow it to be copied to the Attachments tab when I email it, and we'll email it. We'll get a notification. Go into the email log so you can see the purchase order that was sent. And we'll post the purchase order. It travels from the drop zone into the All tab. Go to Accounts Payable. We'll be in the drop zone. We have 2 approval tabs set up. We'll click plus. We'll do attach an image. Give it an invoice number. Specify the vendor. And when I select the vendor, this will become bold, identifying that we have a purchase order. I'll select the purchase order. I can fill it by the entire purchase order by clicking the checkbox here, or I can fill in how much of the entire PO that we'll fill. When I click back on the Setup tab, the distribution row will be created. And I'll click Process. First, I'll specify the approver, and I'll set the same approver. I'm logged in as this individual, so we'll see the notifications. I'll say Process, and it'll move it from drop zone into Approval 1. On the Approval 1 tab, now I've got my invoice. When I click on it, it'll show me my image. I can edit it. And you'll notice that one of my notification sub-tab has a number 1 there. This is the notification that was sent out. I received an in-app notification. If I click on it, it brings me right to the spot that I need to be in to approve it. When I click Process here, it's going to send a second notification to this approver, and that approver will get an in-app notification and an email. If I click on Comments, you can see the emails that have gone out. If I go to the Email tab, you can also see it in your email log. Go to Setup. I'll say Process. It moved the invoice from Approver 1 to Approver 2. There's my invoice. There's my image. I'll edit the invoice. And you'll notice I have two notifications now. One for the Approver 1 tab and one for when the invoice traveled into the Approval 2 tab. The comments reflect the same concepts. And now you'll notice that in the Approval To tab, it no longer says Process, it says Post, which means it'll be posted into the general ledger. I'll click Post, and now it's over here. And there's my image. Now, I want to cover two more concepts before we finish the video. How do we turn on the approval tabs? And how do we specify an individual who can approve in each tab? Okay, so we're going to go to Utilities, Setup, Preferences, Accounts Payable, and we've specified two approval tabs here for our accounts payable invoices. That's how we specify how many approval tabs we have. The second concept is, how do we specify who has the rights to approve? So here we've set up a security role for AP approval, at the pencil icon, and the demo user is Dan, and so Dan has approval, AP approval 1 and AP approval 2. If I click to the right of this, I'll see all the other types of approvals that can be specified. If I want to email into the AP drop zone with anyone in this list, I would specify who has the rights to email into the AP drop zone. So that's the sequence for generating a purchase order, filling it with an AP invoice, and setting up approvals.